Hello everybody, this is your main man Keith here from Keith Plays PS4 927. Happy Monday afternoon to all my awesome viewers on this awesome channel. We are in Game 3 of the NBA Finals for Series 1 of the Minnesota Timberwolves Road to the NBA Finals Series. And we are evenly tied 1-1 over the Cleveland Cavaliers. So, in other words, they won last episode 102-92 in Northeast Ohio, and we had won 113-57 in game 1. So I will have both of the episodes and the links in the description if you guys want to check those episodes out if you have not already. So we're hoping to win our second game of this NBA Finals, because whoever scores 4 points wins 4 games is the claimed champion for the NBA Finals. So there will be a Game 5 since the Cavaliers had won. We are going to show you the uniforms, and we'll see you into tip-off. Alright, so the Cleveland Cavaliers are going to be wearing their white association uniforms on the road. Meanwhile, for the Minnesota Timberwolves, they are going to be wearing their city uniforms at home against the Cavaliers. So we'll see you guys at tip-off. Right, so this is the first game in Minneapolis for the NBA Finals. So the Timberwolves have won it. Jared Vanderbilt going to pass it over to Anthony Edwards. So AE gets it in for 2 points. So it's now a 2-0 Minnesota T-Wolves lead. So now Lauri Markkanen, who was your player of the game last episode for the Cavs, loses the basketball, passes it over to Garland, and D'Angelo Russell, making that steal, makes the dunk. So it's now 4-0 here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. So now Darius Garland gets that layup there, and it is now 4-2. So now I'm going to pass it over to the other side, and I'm going to use Malik Beasley. Jared Vanderbilt is going to make the assist. So now Malik Beasley gets a 3. So now Darius Garland has possession of the basketball. He's going to pass it over to Evan Mobley. So now Mobley, what is he going to do? Going to pass it over to Lauri Markkanen and gets that 3. So it's now 7-5. D'Angelo Russell going to pass it over to Naz Reid. And then some Malik Beasley once at it and gets it in. So it's now 9-5 here in Minneapolis. So now Darius Garland with the possession, going to pass it over to Isaac Okoro, makes that dunk happen. And now I'm going to pass it over to Malik Beasley. So now Malik Beasley is going to get this one in for 2 points. So it's now 11-7. Beasley and the Cavaliers have both scored 7 points. And now Isaac Okoro making that dunk happen for the Cavs. So it's now Cavs are trying to catch up. They want to win the second game, but the Timberwolves are hopefully going to say no, because they have the elusive talent among Malik Beasley, who you guys recall in Game 1 scoring at least 10 or 12 threes against the Cavaliers. So that was the main reason why they had won that episode. And now Darius Garland losing the basketball, D'Angelo Russell picking it up, Anthony Edwards making that layup there. So it's now 18-9. And Lauri Markkanen going to pass it over to Darius Garland. So now Darius Garland going to pass it over to Lauri Markkanen and gets that dunk there. So it's now 18-11. Minnesota with 3 steals today. And now they're going to use Anthony Edwards. Going to make a 2-pointer from mid-range. So it's now 20-11. 88% in field goals this playoffs. And Anthony Edwards is going to make this steal and make that dunk in the paint. So it's now 22-11. And the Wolves are on top of it at home. So now 55 seconds are left in the first quarter. Darius Garland, what is he going to do? Going to pass it over to Evan Mobley. Mobley gets it in. And I'm going to pass it over to Jared Vanderbilt. And he's going to knock down a 3. and it's now 25-13. All right, it is now 20 seconds to go in the first quarter. Patrick Beverley has possession of the basketball, and I'm just going to knock it from behind the arc with 10.5 seconds to go. So it's now 30-16. So the Cavs are trailing by 14. So now Colin Sexton picking up the ball there, and it looks like there's 6 seconds to go. He does not make it in before the buzzer beater, end of first quarter, and we are up by 14. Minnesota Timberwolves 30, Cleveland Cavaliers 16. All right, and it's now Colin Sexton with the possession of the basketball, and Colin Sexton going to pass it over to Cedi Osman, and Cedi Osman is going to make that dunk happen, so it's now 18-30. Now we're going to pass it over to Patrick Beverley, and then Taurean Prince going to get this one in for 2 points, and it's now 32-18. Lamar Stevens going to pass it over to Cedi Osman, and Lamar Stevens picking it up. So now Jaden McDaniels is making the steal. Going to try to pass it over to Malik Beasley. He's going to make that three from fly behind the arc. So it's now 35-18. And now Colin Sexton has possession of the basketball, and he loses it. So Beasley picks up the steal, and he's going to get it in for 2. So it's now going to be 37-18. So we're up by 19 points. And Sexton loses the basketball again for the second straight time, and now Beasley gets it in, and it's now a 21-point lead. So Malik Beasley is looking red hot today, and Colin Sexton, where is he going to take this basketball direction to the paint, gets it in for 2. So now Patrick Beverley has possession. What am I thinking about doing there? Taurean Prince going to make that three fly, and it's now 42-20. And now Colin Sexton, there's a foul. It's on Taurean Prince. All right, so it's now 42-20. So now Malik Beasley going to pass it over to Jared Vanderbilt, and then Anthony Edwards making this three fly from behind the arc. So it's now going to be 45-20. And Ricky Rubio back to his former home court, losing the basketball there, so he returns back to the Target Center in a Cleveland Cavaliers uniform. So now it is Rubio dribbling the basketball, so it looks like Rubio is trying to find a way to make a three. He's going to pass it over to Osman, gets it in there, so it's now 47-23. The next three we make, we will be at halfway from scoring 100. So we're at 50-23. We're up by 27 points. Crazy to think, because we're up there right now. So it's going to be halfway. So we lead this by half, 50-25. So now Anthony Edwards getting this one in for 2, 52-27, 15 points. So he's off to a hot start today. And Rubio going to pass it over to Cedi Osman, gets it in. So it's now 52-27. Cleveland has 18 points in the paint, while Minnesota has 12 points in the paint. But here's the odd thing about that. The Cavaliers are losing, but they have more points in the paint. So Rubio picking it up. I thought he was going to get a backcourt violation, but evidently not. We're trying to catch up, and we're hoping to score 60 by the end of the first half, so we get that layup in. So it's now 57-29 at the moment. So now Rubio losing the basketball. Patrick Beverley picking up that steal. We're going to pass it over to Anthony Edwards. There are 16 seconds to go. I'm thinking about knocking this one from downtown, and I get it in. So it's now 60-29. Rubio with 9 seconds left. Can he score to end the first half. There is a reach-in foul, and we'll actually film this till the end of the first half. So generally, I usually end it a couple seconds early, but since this is halftime coming up, I don't want to just end it. And Kevin Love going to pass it over. Okoro does not make it in for buzzer beater. Halftime scores: the Minnesota Timberwolves 60, the Cleveland Cavaliers 29. All right, and Lauri Markkanen to begin the second half makes a three. So we have made 6 more threes than the Cleveland Cavaliers. So now Naz Reid getting it in the paint, so it's now 62-32. This is his first 2 points of the game. And now Isaac Okoro going to make that in the paint. Gets the layup in there, and it's now 62-34. Malik Beasley is the leading scorer for the Minnesota Timberwolves right now, and we're leading this one by 30 points. So now Isaac Okoro, what is he going to do? Will he actually pass it over to a teammate? No, he will not. Malik Beasley, he is going to actually try to make a three fly from behind the arc. So it's now going to be 67-34. And Garland has possession of the basketball. So where is he actually going to take it to? The paint. Yes, he will get it in there. So it's now going to be 67-36. So now Anthony Edwards making that dunk happen. So this is game 3 of the NBA Finals. So Darius Garland with possession of the basketball, going to pass it over to Isaac Okoro, going to pass it over to Lauri Markkanen. And it looks like Lauri Markkanen, he feels like he's blocked there. So now we have 2 defenders trying to stop this Cavs team from winning this game. So Lauri Markkanen making that dunk happen. Malik Beasley with 25 points and Lauri Markkanen with 13, both scoring leaders for both teams. And it's now 72-38. So Minnesota is up by 34 points. Crazy to believe. So now Lauri Markkanen making this one in for 2. They're just trying to catch up along the line. So now Jared Vanderbilt going to make this 3 fly. And it's now going to be 75-40. So we're up by 35. Isaac Okoro with the possession. So now Isaac Okoro, where is he going to pass it to? He's going to pass over to Love. And then Lauri Markkanen making that 3 happen. He can shoot threes from behind the arc anyway. So there's a minute 18 to go. D'Angelo Russell making this 3 happen. So it's now 78-43. If we make one more 3, we are going to actually take a break. So now we're going to pass it over to Malik Beasley. And Beasley is going to make a 3. We are actually going to take a break here. So it's now 81-43. 100% in field goals. Cleveland is 63% in three-pointers. All right, so it's now 85-43. We got some Malik Beasley in action. Gonna knock down a 3, so it's now gonna be 88-49. And we're up by soon to be 40-some points. So we get this in for 2. Now it's gonna be 41. It's now 90-49. So we are going to end up with 100 points by the end of the game. So now we are up by 41 over the Cleveland Cavaliers. So the Timberwolves have been really dominating well at home. And I'll explain the numbers after the game. But right now, we got your State Farm assist of the game coming right up. And it is right now State Farm assist of the game. Jared Vanderbilt going to pass it over to Anthony Edwards. So now AE gets it in there. So now it is 90-49. So now Malik Beasley gets it in. So it's now 92-49. 35 points. And he's only played like 12 minutes worth. And he's 100% in field goals. So that's a very good performance by him today. Actually, Excellent performance by him, by the way. And now we have made the steal. D'Angelo Russell going to pass it over to Malik Beasley. And it's now 94 to 49. So we're up by 45 points. So now it is Pangos of the Cleveland Cavaliers having possession. And it is Beasley making another steal once added. 14 steals today and 32 points off of turnover. So this Timberwolves defense is very elusive when it comes to fast break points because they are the team that I like to be the team to have a lot of fast break points and still end up winning no matter what. I mean, all it takes is just talent, dedication, and teamwork at this. So now it's going to be a 100 to 51 Timberwolves, 100 to 51 lead. So we're up by 49. So we lead this by almost half. So he scores it in. So it's now 53 to 100. So now Malik Beasley has possession of the basketball. So he's going to go in, not make it in the paint though, but he does score it in. So it's now 102-53, 43 points today by Beasley at 8 from mid-range. So now they're going to pass it over to Ed Davis. Losing the basketball, going to pass it over to D'Angelo Russell. Scores that in, so it's now 104 to 53. 23 for 28 in field goals for the Cavs, so that's not bad. 82. And the series is tied 1-1. Going to pass it over to Jaden McDaniels. So now McDaniels, he gets this one in, and it's now 106 to 55. So we are going to take a break. And Malik Beasley is your player of the game for the Minnesota Timberwolves for the second finals game. And the Wolves have the probability of winning it, so they're up by halfway. So it's now 110 to 55. Actually, it's going to be 112 to 55. And it's going to be a 57-point lead. So if we make a 3, it's going to be a 60-point lead. And if the Cavs do not score, and now I'm going to pass it over to Josh Okogie. And Josh Okogie, what will we actually do here? There's only 23 seconds left. We're going to make a 3 fly. And it's now 115 to 55. So a 60-point victory here. Well, technically 60 points rather. We're going to get this one in. Now it's going to be 62 if we make a 3. If we make one more 3, then we'd have 120 points. So the Cavs have possession still. All right, 7.5 seconds to go. Patrick Beverley going to make a 3. Now it's going to be 120 to 55. So we take the W at home. So the Timberwolves win their first game at home at the NBA Finals. So Timberwolves now lead the series 2-1 over the Cleveland Cavaliers. The final score is the Minnesota Timberwolves 120, the Cleveland Cavaliers 55. So we destroyed the Cavs for a second game. Not straight though, but number-wise, we had won 2 out of the 1. So there's 3. We had won games 1 and 3, so they were both odd numbers. And Malik Beasley, 45 points, 7 steals, 1 dunk on the day for him. Here's your player of the game. Congratulations to him. Anthony Edwards, 26 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 2 steals on the day, 3 dunks. D'Angelo Russell, 12 points, 8 assists, 3 steals on the day, and 1 dunk. Jared Vanderbilt had 9 points, 4 assists on the day. Patrick Beverley, 8 points, 3 assists, 1 steal on the day for him as well. Moving on to the Cleveland Cavaliers, Lauri Markkanen, player of the game last episode. Evidently, he didn't get it today. 21 points for him, 1 assist and 2 dunks, 5 for 5 from behind the arc. Isaac Okoro, 8 points in all, 2 assists, 2 dunks on the day. Cedi Osman, 7 points in all. Kevin Love had 3 points, 1 assist on the day. He did wind up having a 3-pointer. So that ends it here. So we end up winning at home. We lead this final series 2-1. And I can't wait until we win our fourth finals game because we will be crowned as NBA champions.